How's it going, peeps? ProPlanty here. This is just a quick update video following up with my previous vlog where I talked about my experience with Gigantamax, just the Venusaur. Didn't even bother with Charizard or Blastoise. I recommend that you go check out that video, but if not, yeah, spoilers. Went out, made an effort with about 15 trainers' accounts, and could not beat a single Gigantamax boss. In the end, we went home empty-handed, and it was a huge bummer. I was personally really excited for this content. I've been enjoying the Dynamax battles in general, you know? These bosses were ridiculous in challenge. Reports that you needed more than 20 accounts. Some people even struggled with 30. But I realized that this content is pretty new and not everyone has decent counters. I think we're still lacking some typings. Like, there's only a handful of Dynamax Pokemon we can choose from at this point in time. So I realize in the future, things will be easier, ideally, in general, yeah? In my previous vlog, I was definitely bummed out. I said that Niantic won't listen, and after 8 years of this, can you blame me? Sometimes they actually do, but to have hope that they will every single time, it's getting incredibly old, yeah? I also mentioned that, yeah, reports are in some communities, some of those really large groups out there, beat the content. They caught the Gigantamax Pokemon. People pulled hundos, shinies, never a hundos. A lot of people out there had a blast. But I think now that the weekend is over and a little bit of time has passed, the numbers speak for themselves. I think the vast majority of trainers were left incredibly disappointed with these unrealistic expectations here to beat some of this content. Just absolute insanity, you know? I went into this thinking 10 accounts should do it. Even that might be overkill. But 20, 30, come on. So for the past week and a half, Niantic have advertised that our next Gigantamax raid boss is Gengar, which I love Gengar. This would be a good one to have. But after the weekend that just went by, I had pretty much decided after my previous vlog that I wasn't going to bother here. I think Niantic are scrambling. They're in a bit of a panic here. They realize the vast majority of trainers, it's not that some of us don't want to do it, it's that we literally cannot. You know, I tried, can't beat it. It's not that I didn't want to. I went out there, made an effort, we all did, and we couldn't beat it, you know? I woke up today from some reliable sources, Leak Duck, Pokemon Go Hub. They've been around since the beginning, yeah. Direct quote from Niantic that Gengar will be easier to beat. If he typically took 30, 20 trainers, what does easier actually mean? 10? 15? I know it depends on what people bring into battle, but this doesn't really help. This is Niantic, oh, please give us a second chance. We promise it'll be better this time. I'm frustrated because I had made my decision. I was not going to bother unless some miracle happened and they were easier to beat. No, still, after hearing that, I'm still unsure. I'm very cautious about making an effort again, yeah? They also said that they will be easier to catch. It's funny, I didn't make it that far. Couldn't beat the boss. I was under the assumption if you were struggling to catch these things, they wanted you to upgrade rewards, you know, for 200 Pokecoins. I hate that thing. It has to go, in my opinion. But to make them easier to catch, it's appreciated. I did hear that people went through all this effort to beat the boss, only for it to flee. Heartbreaking. These are not cheap battles. 800 max particles, that's your daily limit for one battle. Did I also read that they're gonna beef up the rewards, more Stardust? That actually looks pretty juicy. I like that. Yep, I sit here after making a decision that I wasn't gonna bother and that this is it. They're gonna be challenging and we're not gonna have enough trainers. I asked myself once again, do I want to give this a second chance? We are beyond second chance here. But I guess just for Gigantamax, can I let it slide again? You know what they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I have most certainly felt that many, many times over the years, giving this company a second chance. And I am I'm loathing it. It is so old at this point. Niantic, you took your player base for granted once again, and you made this experience frustrating. And there's this fine line between fun and catching them all, and frustrating and hating it, and not enjoying it, you know? I don't hate a challenge. I love a challenge. But this content just excludes so many people, and I think they realize. Do they finally realize? Yeah, so I'm kind of glad to be wrong on the part that they won't listen. But now we're back to the BS again. Well, let's do it again. Trying to reel people in with an easier fight. You have me intrigued again, Niantic. I refuse to be a guinea pig this time. I'm sorry, folks, but I'm not going 30-40 minute drive and having an encore performance. It could happen. We don't know what easier means. And I don't want to be the one to find out this time, yeah? I will not be participating in Gengar, huge asterisk there, until I hear how other trainers go, yeah? I think Gengar drops on Halloween, so not even the weekend, and I don't like the numbers during the week, so it's like, if I were to do this, I may just wait till the weekend again. Those that have the big groups have nothing to worry about. If you could beat Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, and Gengar's going to be easier, I think you'll have a good time. A lot of people on socials make some great points, like, will Niantic actually make it easier? Will there be issues again? Like, you should expect these things going into this. They have a track record of all of these issues and flops and just always leads to disappointment, you know? So they're just words at the moment, aren't they? Let's see them put it into action. It really doesn't matter how easy they make it. It's something I'm never going to beat here where I live. I will always have to drive out for it, you know? I understand that when Mega Pokemon released, it wasn't great, and you listened. So, we'll see, yeah? Folks, that's the vlog. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed the ramble. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what yours are in the comment section below. People are going to hear this news, and they're still not going to have enough accounts. So, you know, it really depends. Have you opted out? You're not going to bother? No Gigantamax for you? No Dynamax for you? Or are you going to give it a whirl? Have you been enjoying it? Yeah, let me know. Currently, we have the Halloween event part 2. We've got a bunch of costume spawns out and about. The secret spotlight hour is tonight, and it's costume Froakie and Rowlet, which I think is really, really cool. Can't wait to stream it. Fingers crossed I get a shiny, yeah? Is there one on the screen? Did we get it? If not, I'm thinking about hatching some 7-kilometer eggs for Halloween. So, depending how Spotlight Hour plays out, you may see me do an egg hatch vlog Will we be tricked or treated? Yeah. Stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll catch us in the next one. It's gonna be an interesting week, that's for sure. Peace. Thanks again. I was editing the video, and of course, we now have an official tweet from Niantic support. I swear this happens all the time when I'm editing, but it basically says pretty much the same stuff we already knew with the Go Hub and LeakDuck posts. They're grateful to see our excited response to the release of Gigantamax Pokemon, and they have heard our feedback. Gengar will still be challenging, but they'll be slightly reducing the difficulty compared to Venusaur, Zard, and Blastoise. And we know the rest. Yeah, okay. Interesting. We're still just going to have to wait and see, I think.